this is Mindy Grace, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
This is Handsome Scott Hansen, charmed, I'm sure, and you are so happy to be watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
This is Newcomer, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
What's up, guys? I'm the Spotlight Logan Knight, and you are watching the brightest podcast in the world for professional wrestling, the I-70 Hot Tag.
I'm the natural Atlas Armstrong, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
What's up, everybody? It is one half of the beautiful people and 7-time women's world champion Angelina Love. And aren't you lucky? You are watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
Hey, I'm Marcus Buff Bagwell, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag, baby. Check it out, and remember, no matter what, I'm Buff, and I'm still the stuff.
And now, CRMEDIA presents the I-70 Hot Tag with your host, Chaos Chase, and the real Josh Elliott.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Chase, aka CRMEDIA, as y'all may know me. I cannot stand to have the full screen like that. Got to have a little bit of the graphics in the way, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tonight is episode 89 of the I-70 Hot Tag. I am here in my garage / office space, a little cluttered, and a little crazy down here, but a little cold as well. Hope everybody is staying safe. Away from the elements. Hopefully everybody's inside. Hopefully nobody has to be outside. No matter how many layers you have on, 7 degrees is 7 degrees, right? So a little bit warmer tonight, but also snowing. So again, appreciate everybody joining us tonight. We are live on the I-70 Hot Tag Facebook page. And I think the YouTube page, I don't know. The I-70 Hot Tag YouTube page looks like it's been replaced by the Josh Elliott experience, or the real Josh Elliott. I don't know what Josh has going on with that. But We're live on both of those platforms. If you guys haven't already, we would greatly appreciate it if you would hit that thumbs up button, hit the heart button, share it out. Let your friends know, hey, I'm watching the I-70 Hot Tag. We've got a special episode for you guys tonight. As you guys know, we're kicking it off into 2025. We will try being consistent as much as possible, but we are doing interviews. Last week's interview was against, or maybe not last week, but the week before was against Atlas Armstrong. I've been waiting to get that young kid on, have conversations with him. If you guys have not seen that already, make sure you guys go check out the video library on YouTube and watch that video. I think it's also on some podcast forums. Josh has been super busy trying to get those uploaded, get those going again. Kind of slacked off on those for a little bit. Had huge shout out to Josh for getting that going. If you guys haven't already, make sure you follow the I-70 Hot Tag on social media. I know Josh is always trying to share stuff, whether we're going to events or just anything Midwest wrestling related, especially Kansas and Missouri. Josh does a really great job of keeping up on that. The TikTok, been trying to grow the TikTok for a couple years now, man. You got to have 1,000 followers on TikTok to go live, and it has been a struggle to get that going. We even offered at one point in time, there was, hey, if we get to 1,000, I think they talked about Ryan Moonshine Mantell giving me a chop. That probably would have never happened. Even if we hit 1,000, I probably would have chickened out. But we'll find something cool to do if we do that. Huge shout out to our sponsor. That is the opening line to a segue of, hey, if you're looking to sponsor the I-70 Hot Tag coinciding with the Fountain City Pro, hit us up on social media. Let us know. We've got great sponsorship opportunities. As you can tell, there is no longer a sponsorship on the I-70 Hot Tag. So we are open for business. So again, something you want to take a look at, shoot us a message. Other than that, guys, I don't have a fancy little video. Josh usually makes those for us. I just want to go ahead and introduce our guest tonight. It is going to be young, up-and-comer, brash, very vocal, again, very talented, charismatic, if you will. The Diamond, Marco Hendrixx. And don't forget the XXX, baby.
Hell
How are
yeah.
you, sir?
Don't forget that XXX, dog. Don't forget that XXX. I like the way you say it.
Awesome. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Trying to stay warm just like everybody else out here, man. Watching the snow come down right outside the screen door. It's crazy out here.
Yep, it is. It's been the weather's been crazy the past couple of weeks, especially the last week. Now it's snowing again. Got Dean Houston in the chat. Dean says, "Hey,
what's up, Dean? How you doing? Big shouts out to Dean. Big shouts.
Absolutely.
Man.
I saw earlier that somebody had posted that there was going to be a session at the school. So are they working out right now?
I'm not too sure. I wasn't gonna leave the house for nothing either way, but they got me snowed in. Can't hit the gym or nothing.
My man, Jordan Michael Turner. For those of you that don't know, that is a good friend of ours. Also a huge supporter of Fountain City Pro. He takes their photos and he does a phenomenal job at it. So appreciate Jordan joining in with us tonight. Yeah. Dean confirms they're there tonight, man. Oof, buddy.
They can get it in, try to get on the Diamonds level. It's all good.
Marco, I'll tell you what, we've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I start off every single interview we do by asking the exact same question. And tonight I'm going to do the same for you, man. I want you to tell us and everybody watching, who is the Diamond Marco Hendrixx?
Brother, you said it right there. I'm the Diamond Marco Hendrixx, dog. Really, the fastest rising star in all of the Midwest right now. the baddest man in all of wrestling right now, man. I take on any comers, who's ever coming up, who's ever come on top of the mountain. I want you. I want you. I want to see what you got. Because I'm telling you, I'm the diamond. I don't care who you are. We going one-on-one no matter what. So that's who the diamond is. Just a cool brother.
I like it, man. I don't hate it. Also, Dean wants you to know that you still have chicken in his freezer.
I told them to cook that by now, man. It's been like 3 months. I told them to cook it by now, man. If I left chicken in your freezer for 3 months, you would just cook it by now, right?
Yep. It wouldn't have lasted in my house, man.
Oh, yeah. I love Dean. He's a good man. He's a good man.
He is, man. So we talked about them doing a session there. Shout out to the XWC. One of I think at least 2 wrestling schools, pro wrestling schools in the Kansas City area. Kind of talk to us about your entry into the XWC.
My entry into the XWC, man, it was just a day that I wasn't really I don't know. I had started my time at XWC. I was in kind of a weird place in my life, so trying to figure out, who I am as a person, what I want to do with the rest of my life. And I just went online, man. I was like, hey, man, is there any pro wrestling schools around me? It's something I've always wanted to do, something I've always wanted to try, and I got in there, and it has been nothing but a great experience there. Some really good cats, some really good guys, wrestlers and trainers, just showing me the ropes and showing me how to navigate this game I've been going into. It's a good place. I really love them there. Really love them. Shout out David and Jude and all them boys.
Absolutely. How long have you been there?
So my first match was June 1st at the Tacos and Tequila in KC. But before that, I had trained a whole year, just kind of off and on. Life hits you different ways, but about a year going up until that point where I actually started being able to put my name out there and do my thing.
Good. So you got a year under your belt. At the XWC, kind of periodically, sporadically training. And then that Tacos and Tequilas was kind of your first intro. Awesome. Shout out to those guys that do Tacos and Tequilas.
Hell yeah. Got to see, what's his name? He makes, I'm gonna buy you a drink, T-Pain. That's him. Yeah. That's him. I always gotta sing the song, remember.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Growing up, Marco, were you a wrestling fan? Was it something you knew you always kind of wanted to do, had a passion for, or was it something that, kind of just fell in your lap and you kind of ran with?
I always loved it as a kid. I always loved it. And I always say, I watched it even after, other people got a little older and stopped watching it. You know what I mean? Maybe didn't tell everybody about it, but I was still watching, still tapped in on what was going on. But COVID's when I kind of really got back into it, because I went up, played college football for a little bit, didn't really have time to keep up. And then when everything shut down, it's all I had to watch. I was like, man, what's going on? Who's this guy? Who's that guy? I haven't heard these names before, but these dudes are doing some stuff. And, that's kind of what got me back into it and got me that itch of, hey, I think I can do this.
Absolutely. Huge shout out to Brian Ruse. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Appreciate everybody joining in tonight. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, hit that share button. And because, guys, this is a live podcast, interview, stream, whatever the right terminology is for it. The best part about this is you can do questions live. So, guys, if you have any questions for Marco Hendrixx, make sure you get them in the chat. So you mentioned Tacos and Tequilas, kind of being your first like out there match, right?
Yes, sir.
Because one of the really great things the XWC does, I know that they kind of record KCXW like maybe not weekly episodic shows, but kind of, you know, some form of episodic shows. So were you involved in anything of that before at the XWC or because I apologize, I'm not familiar with them or how any other wrestling school does it, but do they kind of hold you back before they put you out there, or were you kind of getting a little bit of a little pieces here or there?
You know, it was little pieces here and there. As a student, I got to go one-on-one with your boys, double stuff. Yeah. I went against Tobias Storm, gave him a good little run, gave him, you know, had to go one-on-one with him. Almost beat him too, but you know, hey, I was just a student. And same with my boy Calvin Aldridge. They, you know, they're two of those guys that are like top of the top at KCXW. So it was an honor to go against them, like in like my stage of still being a trainee and still being just a student, you know.
Absolutely. So that being your introduction to it, kind of talk to us about where all you've been. I mean, you know, you said you've been doing this, you know, kind of like openly out in promotions, rings, events for less than a year now. Where all have you traveled, man? Out of states? And if it's not too long and you can remember all of them, can you name all the promotions you worked for?
Yeah, I can. See, you hit me with the challenge, so now I gotta, you know, beat the challenge. So my first show was pretty sure it was WrestleMax in St. Louis. WrestleMax in St. Louis. Great show. Did a 5-way invitational against Calvin Aldridge was in that one. So was Chris Hendrixx. Thinks he's my cousin, but you know, whatever. Had a couple other cats in there. Came up short that night too, but hey, learning curve. After that was Fountain City. With your boys up there. So it was a good one. Had the 5 guys snacks invitational. Really showed out there. Got to hit my F5 on old boy. Then I had Heartland Championship Wrestling. Been out there a couple of times up in Leavenworth, and South Kansas Lucha Libre Skill down in Dodge City. I've been out there a couple of times. So it's been a lot of traveling. Oh, and New Genesis Wrestling over in Illinois. That's been a pretty good place out there too.
Yeah. Tobias wrestles a lot there, doesn't he?
Yes, sir. That's who I ride with.
Yep. Jordan Turner wants to know, do you get nervous before matches?
You know, man, my first match, yeah, but like after that, it just kind of always feels like same feeling I had when I played football. Was just I never really felt nervous. I just felt ready to do it. Like ready to go out there, ready to hear my music drop, ready to like, you know, call play, get down and, you know, go one-on-one with somebody. So it's not really nerves. It's more of excitement.
I like that. Dean Houston's got something really cool, man. He said the Diamond has the looks, the absolute package for this business. He's going a long ways as long as he keeps believing in himself, man.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Dean. See, Dean knows something. He's a smart man. He's not just a good man, a smart man. You can see the vision.
The Marco Hendrixx persona, the Marco Hendrixx experience, if you will. Where did that come from, and what were your inspirations? You know, what all have you kind of pulled from to create the Diamond Marco Hendrixx?
A lot of it's just me, man. Like a lot of it is just like how I wake up in the morning. People who know me in my day to day, like I love it when they get to come see me wrestle because they're never like, oh, you remind me of this guy. You remind me of that guy. They're always like, damn, that's you, bro. Like that's exactly how you walk into work talking. That's exactly how you walk into any bar talking. But if I would say like wrestlers who inspire me though, like who just like I kind of pick from and see things that I really like, I would definitely say it gotta be like the Macho Man Randy Savage. Just like his bravado, his like just being larger than life, really. And like some pop culture guys, like got on the man right here, Dennis Rodman, freaking icon, dude. Like didn't care what nobody has to say about him. He just gonna go do his thing and get his job done, and that's how I feel like I am. So
I like that, man. I do want to highlight your t-shirt game, bro. I love that, man. I love like old vintage, like 90s, 80s t-shirts. And then just obviously like pulp culture, like t-shirts, like, bro, you don't even have to be a wrestling fan. Like there could be just like an average, like a casual, just, 30 years old out there wearing an Austin 316 shirt. And I'm like, bro, it pops me every time. You wore the Dolly Parton shirt at Fountain City, man. That popped the fuck out of me. So
hell yeah. Love me some Dolly too. Love me some Dolly too.
So kind of going back to Jordan, Jordan asked, if you ever got nervous before a match. It kind of coincides with my next question here. What preparations do you have going into a match? And what I mean by preparations, Marco, is like, do you got any like pre-match rituals? Like, I gotta hear this song. Like I gotta put the buds in, or I gotta put the phones over the ear, and I gotta hear this song before I go out there. Or I gotta text my girl, or I gotta meditate, I gotta say a prayer, whatever it may be. Like, do you have a pre-match thing that kind of helps you not get those pre-match jitters?
So I have 3 things I gotta do. I gotta get lotioned up. Can't be ashy out there. They can't see me dry or nothing. I gotta get a quick pump in. I gotta go get some push-ups, get the biceps looking good. All that. Really, if I could hit some pull-ups somewhere, we really cooking, because that gets the back real pumped up. You know what I'm saying? And then the last thing is, man, I just gotta take a deep breath. One of the trainers that told me one time before, like, you go out there and cut a promo before you go out there and do a match, it's real good just to, take that deep breath and like slow everything down, to get everything back down to your pace, not running at everybody else's pace. So I would say those are my 3 things that I need to get in real quick before I head out there.
I love that, man. I love that. So I kind of do this thing, especially when I ain't got no Josh. We kind of like to do my own little thing. And one of these little things is, I call it like quick hits. They're not necessarily quick hits, but just kind of like rapid fire questions. So I'm going to start off, man. Just hit me with the first thing, like not first thing that comes to mind, but kind of like just your first initial answer. Okay. Favorite cheat meal food.
Steak and potatoes.
Steak's a cheat meal? Well,
I feel like
what is going on? What are they doing?
Well, see, I put the garlic butter on there. I make it unhealthy. I make it a cheat.
Okay. I was like, damn, man.
Some cheese curds in there too.
Y'all are raising the bar now. Like, steak is a cheat meal. Like, what's next? Spinach?
I feel like
chicken and rice. Chicken and rice gonna be the next cheat meal.
Oh man. Yeah, bro.
What are you eating, Diamond?
Man, any and everything.
Favorite road dog.
Favorite road dog. What do you
Yeah,
mean by
man. Like when you're making the towns, no matter if you're going to Dodge City, Kansas, you're going to Leavenworth, or you're going to Illinois, man. Who's got to be in a car?
Oh man, just my KCXW boys, man. It's the same car every time. It's me, Tobias Storm, and Calvin Aldridge, man. Those are my dogs. I love rolling with them. And Clay Huna. I love rolling with them, man. We be in the car talk. We don't even listen to music too much. We be in the car arguing the whole time there, whole freaking time, and it just be like
Arguing. I bring this up because this was the argument when you would help him set up the ring with us. Best chicken places.
Best chicken places, man. It ain't Chick-fil-A.
No, not best chicken places. Best place that had the best like chicken sandwich.
Oh, the best chicken sandwich?
You said Whataburger.
It is. Whataburger's fire. Whataburger's fire. They was trying to tell me Chick-fil-A. I'm like, man, they got pickle juice at Chick-fil-A. I don't want that.
That's crazy, man. I think Whataburger would have been like it's up there, but it definitely would have been like the top number one. Yeah.
I love
so see, so much for rapid fire questions, right?
Hell yeah.
Favorite type of music?
Favorite type of music? Either heavy rock or rap. One or the other. Something I can do squats to.
Dream opponent. Let's do a two-part on this question. Dream opponent. Give me mainstream of all time, like dream match, and then give me somebody on the indie scene that you that is like a short-term goal.
Okay. Dream opponent, mainstream. Man, tell John Cena to stay in it. Stay in it a couple more years. I'll be there. I'm trying to get there. Like, why he running now?
You got till the end of this year, my guy.
Bro, he must have heard I was coming. It's okay. It's okay. He trying to get out of Dodge before I get there. I get it.
I love it.
In the indies, though, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to go against Camaro Jackson, dude.
I knew that was coming. I knew
you knew. I want to just. I love, so it sucks because I'm a big guy in wrestling and just a bigger, physique and shit and stuff. You feel me? So I don't really get to go against another guy that I'm like, oh snap, he kind of big too, and that's what whenever I watch Camaro, I get hyped. Because I'm like, man, dude, that's that kind of wrestling I love. Just pick him up and throw him.
Could you pick Camaro Jackson up and F5 him?
Yes. Yes. Hey, hold on, dog.
I love it, man. I love it. And then kind of winding this down. Now, Marco, I'm not going to ask you your age. But what would you tell if you could go back 5-6 years? What would you tell Marco Hendrixx then?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Life is going to be hard no matter what. But if you're going for a goal that you want to go get, just keep doing it, man. Don't let it deter you. Hard times are going to pass because there's always hard times to be had.
I like it. I love it. Jordan says he'll smoke both of us. Not both of us. He meant smoke both you and Camaro.
He don't even believe that. He just
I know he don't.
You know how he be. You know how he be.
Brian Ruse wants to know what's your what best barbecue that you've had.
Best barbecue I've had? Shoot. That one place in KC. I don't get to come out to KC unless I'm wrestling a lot. But that one gas station place It's like a half gas station, half like barbecue.
Joe's?
Yep, that's the place. It's either
Okay.
Joe's or my mama's, one or the other.
My man. So you said you don't get to come out to KC. Are you from a different area?
I stay in Topeka. So it's not really.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. It's not. It's Topeka.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
But-
I mean, you're like an hour or more away from Kansas City, then, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay.
It's about an hour out. So I usually get in, get out. You know.
Dean Houston's breaking my heart, baby. He said, "Chicken don't belong on a bun."
Man, meat deserves bread to go with it. It deserves something, man. Good meat, especially.
Absolutely. So Marco, I want you to talk to us about what other bookings ventures you got going on in the next few weeks.
In the next few weeks, so this Saturday at KCXW in Independence, Missouri, at the City House, I go one-on-one with the aerial assassin Jay Moore. Really cool guy, really just a talent, dude. Like, he is so talented at what he does. He does like all the flippy dippy stuff, and it's really like it's an eye popper every time I see it. And like, shoot, I'm going against the guy, but I'm gonna have to smash him. I'm gonna have to beat him down. I'm gonna have to hit him with that F5. But after that, I'm going to where was that place called? Oh, I'm going to Tri-States Wrestling over in St. Joe. And I'm not
January
sure.
18th?
Yes, sir. Yep. Not sure who I'm facing yet, but I'm going to be there. So, hey, it's going to be a good show. Then after that, I got IWA over in Illinois. And there, I still don't know what I'm doing. Probably going to hang out with my boy Playboy. Don't know if he's been around this way much, but Playboy, he's a cool cat. He's a cool cat. Going to team up with them and the Pretty Young Things and going to cause some stuff over there.
Nice. Got any Marco Hendrixx merch yet?
It's coming. Trying to get a shirt. This first shirt I'm doing, it says, "I'm going to throw him." And then on the back, it says, "And then I'm going to throw him again." So just kind of a fun little shirt. And then the other one is Pretty Girls Love Diamond. And it's just a face with me like this.
I like it. I like it. Jordan Turner says, I guess answering my question of what other bookings adventures you have. He said, "Fitting to be me soon, sucker. Swanton bomb your ass."
He can't even get up to the top rope. Yet.
That's harsh. That's
So I don't
probably true, but it's harsh.
I don't got to worry about it until he gets up there.
And then one of my other favorite things, man, because I obviously the goal of this show is to help the area grow. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
The Marco Hendrixx on the Facebook, it's at Marco Hendrixx with 3 X's. Don't forget them 3 X's. On Instagram, it's diamond_Marco_Hendrixx XXX. Don't forget about them 3 X's, or else you won't find the biggest show in town. And then TikTok, it's the same thing. Diamond Marco Hendrixx. It's all just the same. Keep it simple.
I like that. Diamond Marco Hendrixx, everybody. And then last but not least, what we always do, Marco, is we have you kind of, I'll put you center screen, man. I'm gonna have you turn up the gimmick, and then just say, hey, this is the Diamond Marco Hendrixx. You're watching the I-70 hot tag. You do that for me?
Hell yeah.
All right. I appreciate you. Wait till I get you full screen.
Oh yeah, I got you. Woo! You watching the Diamond Marco Hendrixx on the I-70 hot tag.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Awesome. Awesome. Marco, I'm going to let you go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to do something a little different. We're going to go ahead and go over these dates real quick while I got you in here, and then we're going to close out. Appreciate everybody joining with us tonight. Appreciate Marco sticking around, chatting with us. Always a pleasure, sir. But upcoming dates, guys, so you guys can go watch some local independent wrestling. Please forgive me if any of these dates, or if I don't have certain people's dates, send them to me, post them on your social media. Josh and I will try and get them out there as much as possible. But I got 3 dates coming up here. January 11th, as our guy Diamond Marco Hendrixx said, you'll see him. You'll see James Moore. You will also see some of your KCXW favorites, Calvin Aldridge, Tobias Storm, all those guys, Clay Huna, the shooter Shy Lynn coming back. So go check out KCXW Destiny in Independence, Missouri, correct?
Yes, sir. The City House.
I like it. I like it. January 18th in St. Joe. They got the St. Joe Showdown. Jeremy Wyatt versus Calvin Aldridge in the main event, guys. You can't go wrong with that. Diamond Marco Hendrixx said he'll be there as well. Make sure you go check that out. January 18th. January 25th, over on Wichita, Kansas, our good friends, Heartland Championship Wrestling, are running a Saturday Night Devastation. Make sure you check that out. That will be live on Facebook. I don't know about these other 2 shows. KCXW doesn't do live shows like Stream Live, do they?
They have a Patreon.
They have a Patreon. Okay.
Yes,
Cool,
sir.
cool. Make sure you go check those out on social media. Do not have a future guest in the books right now, guys. I know Josh is hard at work trying to get those booked. We will notify you on social media first opportunity we get. But for myself, Chase Riley, CRMEDIA, for our guest tonight, the Diamond Marco Hendrixx, XXX, baby.
Yes,
This has
sir.
been another episode of the I-70 Hot Tag. We love you guys. Have a good night. Anything you want to close us out with?
Nah, man. Shoot. Hell yeah. This was a fun time with you. This was real fun.
Hell
time.
yeah. That's what we're going to close out with. Hell yeah.
Hell
Good night,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Good night.